Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bobby's escape from Bayview rocks Salem, putting Jada and Stephanie in peril? Days of Our Lives and updates tease that lots of worries persist regarding Everett Lynch, or as some may know him, Robert Bobby Stein. Although Bobby agreed to hospitalization, it's uncertain whether his true provocation lies in a genuine want to get better. Days of Our Lives Bobby Stein the stronger alter protects Everett Lynch the weaker. From Bobby's point of view, he sees himself as a protection for Everett, securing him from the haunting recollections of his history, keeping them buried deep in his psyche. Bobby is bent in precluding any commerce between Everett and Marlena Evans, as he fears it may disinter distressing jests that will break Everett into indeed further internal pieces. With conventional treatments proving ineffective, the decision to move Everett to Bayview has been made, but that doesn't mean he'll heal there, since you can't help someone who doesn't want it. Bobby's resistance to seeking help and his belief that treatment poses a trouble to Everett hint at a possible escape strategy. However, he wouldn't be the first and he clearly wouldn't be the last. If ever Bobby escapes. DOL Bayview is notorious for case escapes. Days suckers are well apprehensive that Bayview isn't exactly a fort when it comes to security. There have been numerous escapes, including of veritably dangerous individualities. Multitudinous individualities have managed to escape from that place, including Ava Vitale and Harris Michaels, not to mention Jan Spears. Now, the question arises, will Bobby be the coming one to make a daring escape from Bayview? Maybe this is all part of Bobby's master plan to ensure Everett's everlasting safety. According to the rearmost spoilers, Bobby's true colors may surface when despair takes hold. Bobby is on the verge of fully losing control. It's not hard to picture Bobby lashing out at his croakers and guards in a fit of rage, conceivably killing someone. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Jada Hunter and Stephanie Johnson could be in deadly danger still. Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, and Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, could team up to track him down, if Bobby manages to escape Bayview and goes on the run. This collaboration might lead to dangerous consequences for both Stephanie and Jada if they ultimately detect Bobby hiding nearly. Marlena could also find herself caught up in the chaos, risking her own safety in the process. Stephen Nichols, has been oral about his enterprises regarding Bobby, and it seems those enterprises may be valid if Bobby continues to beget trouble. According to forthcoming spoilers, Bobby might admit updates on his treatment and come up with an escape plan to repel it. Paul Telfer celebrates the payoff blow that put the followership out of their misery. All products and services featured are singly chosen by editors. Still, Soaps.com may admit a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may admit certain auditable data for counting purposes. We suppose it's safe to say that the vast majority of Days of Our Lives suckers aren't violent people, indeed when it comes to fictional characters. But occasionally, a character just pushes all their buttons to the point that the only way out is by killing them off. That's much where Constantine ended up. He may be gone, but he most surely isn't forgotten. And all that he's done is likely to loiter for some time as well. We formerly seeing that moment, because as Xander made clear to Maggie, he shot Constantine out of pure rage. Teresa being in peril had nothing to do with it, and Xander could have done half a dozen other effects, besides put Constantine in the ground. Maggie, however, just wishes she could have transferred the man to hell herself. Sure, that's harsh, but as we said at the launch, it's a sentiment we suppose might be participated by a number of observers. Paul Telfer might have put it best when he and Lindsay Godfrey, Sarah, gabbled with Soaps.com. I can't flash back the last time we had a character on this show that the suckers so unanimously just despise the way they went after Constantine, he chortled. I mean, John Capellos is such a fantastic actor. Just making everybody's skin bottleneck with the way he was doing it. It was great. And chancing out that Xander would be the Joe that puts the followership out of their misery, it was like the easiest palm ever for transferring a double whammy of me getting what I want, but the followership getting what they want, and now bizarrely, Xander gets to be a idol for I do'n't know. Still long until he messes it all up again. Xander holds gun on Constantine. Days, in fact, It was so great that just learning of what was to come turned everything around for Telfer. Godfrey read through the script first, while Xander's portrayer was substantially just trying to get through his day, in a foul mood because well, he can't indeed flashback why presently. I am generally enough happy-go-lucky, but this time I was in a crab about commodity, he participated. I guess Lindsay read the script first and she was like, you re gonna be so happy. I was like, I misdoubt it. And she was like, no, you re so bad burrow in it. You take control and you get to kill him. And I was like, really? And he stays dead? Yes, and yes. At least, we were really hoping that the alternate question is an affirmative. So far, we can't see any reason why Constantine would pop back over into the land of the living. And having Xander actually, truly kill someone horrible is commodity Telfer has been pushing for some time. That was super satisfying because again, it's just been one of those effects that I've been putting out there for times, he explained. I allowed. It made sense if you gonna try and defang a nasty villain like Xander a little bit by just making him into a wuss. It makes further sense to still allow him to do bad effects, but you can do them to bad people. And part of that's doing what no bone differently can, or will. It's a decision to take notoriety's life, Godfrey refocused out. And characters like Alex and Brady are delicacies. Alex's worst thing is that he can't keep it in his pants. And Brady's worst thing is that he's a pushover really. So neither of them would make that choice indeed to deliver Teresa who they both have a history with. It's a choice to shoot someone. Like, there's a reason people vacillate before doing it and in pictures. So the idea that Xander would just be like, oh God, give me the gun formerly, was great. We clearly agree. And it was just satisfying watching Xander walk in, snare the gun and take control. It also, as Telfer suggested, made so important sense for his character to be the one to do that. For all he'd been through, for Victoria's hijacking, Maggie's near murder and Victor's murder, Xander was the most likely bone to put an end to Constantine. I did feel bad for Eric, Martzolf, and Rob, Scott Wilson, Telfer joked. They were just supposed to stand there and just be useless. But he doesn't feel the same way for their characters, especially when Brady, Alex, and Teresa tried throwing him under the machine. Because, as Telfer points out, it was super justified. At least it was until they all wanted Tor litigated in the coming occasion and tried to make it out that he was wrong for doing it. But indeed that was really satisfying, because I saw all the suckers go, leave Xander alone. Indeed more importantly, however, with Constantine dead, that's just one lower handicap to Xander chancing out his true heritage. And when that eventually happens, we've a feeling the suckers will be right there in the frontal row, cheering him on formally again. Brady, Alex, and Teresa, however, are another matter. In fact, it was so great that just learning of what was to come turned everything around for Telfer. Godfrey read through the script first, while Xander's portrayer was substantially just trying to get through his day, in a foul mood because well, he can't indeed flashback why presently.